New tonight, a member of the group responsible for the installation of Silent Sam at UNC Chapel Hill more than 100 years ago now wants the Confederate monument returned to campus. She says the removal of the statue was illegal. Joel Brown is in our downtown Raleigh newsroom to show us what else she's demanding now. Joel?
Yes, Steve, here is that email written by Peggy Woodleaf Johnson. She is the former president of the North Carolina division of the United Daughters of the Confederacy, but she stepped down in October and wanted to be clear she no longer speaks for the daughters. So she spoke to us tonight only for herself about this email to the chair of the UNC Board of Trustees offering to take the controversial Confederate statue off of the university's hands. It was the morning after Silent Sam was toppled by protesters. Peggy Johnson emailed UNC Board of Trustees Chair Haywood Cochran, requesting in her words that the boy soldier referred to as Silent Sam be returned to the United Daughters of the Confederacy.
I was upset and I wrote that off. It makes me angry that they do not want to honor the memorial for what it was, the purpose that it was put there for.
It was the daughters who gifted Silent Sam to UNC in 1909, the university erecting it in McCorkle Place in 1913 to honor Confederate alumni who served and died.
We don't get no justice, and you don't get no peace.
But it's been a lightning rod of controversy in the decades since. Students and townspeople blasting the statue as a monument to white supremacy in the slave-holding Confederate states. In Johnson's email, she writes, "The daughters are willing to take possession of both the base and the sculpture. We have been saddened that the message of this monument has been so misconstrued. He no longer belongs on the campus of UNC Chapel Hill."
Yeah, I wrote the letter.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter now because I'm no longer the division president. This is what I think. It's not what the daughters think.
But it was anti-Silent Sam group Hillsborough Progressives Taking Action who first brought Johnson's letter to light this month through a Freedom of Information Act request. They think UNC should take Johnson up on her offer.
Now, after all these months, and they finally decided to look at it, and they waited too late. I was no longer the president.
So if Silent Sam groups would have publicly accepted your offer to take the statue back, couldn't these months of unrest been avoided?
Listen, that makes no difference now because it can't. It couldn't. They didn't.
So, no longer president of the daughters, Peggy Johnson, as a rank-and-file member, defers to the current leadership of the group, calling on UNC to follow the state law imposed in 2015, borrowing the removal of historic monuments from public spaces. Of course, the university is still struggling to find some kind of compromise in this. The Board of Governors rejecting a plan this month to build a $5 million museum to house Silent Sam.